Alright, so welcome back to Can We Survive the Moon? And last we left off, we made a ship that somewhat resembled an airplane. But today, we're going to edit that out a little bit. So let's get started. Alright, so we have our finished product. The only thing is we didn't load it up with hydrogen and everything like that, as none of the piping is done, which is perfectly fine. Because more than likely, we do not need this many large hydrogen tanks, or such a large one at least. So we're gonna edit that out and potentially go for a bit of a smaller version. So that pretty much means we're gonna have to dismantle a good bit of this in order to fit it into like a small grid version. So I kind of don't want to dismantle it right away, so maybe I could do something with merge blocks and get them connected a little bit better. So let's just see if we can do it that way. If not, then yeah, we would have to just dismantle a few things. Unfortunately, that's not exactly what I would wish for, but let's try it. So that's what we're gonna go with here. But I think these gonna have to be pushed forward a little bit. So we're gonna see how that's gonna work out. But ultimately, we are getting rid of these hydrogen tanks because we do not need them. It's a little too much for what this ship is. Because obviously we don't really need that much, and plus we don't have that much ice to begin with as well. So we would never be able to fill these tanks, at least now. Okay, so that is still attached, which is fine, but I think once we make the smaller tanks, it's going to be pushed in. We need to push it in a little bit more. So let's see how that's going to work. I mean, we could first take this one off instead. See if we can get that going. I'll probably have to do several runs as we just did before, because I think the large steel tubes and metal grids, it's what's filling up our inventory really quickly. So as you see here, well, technically this is a series of incompleteness. Basically, I didn't even wall up this whole section yet because I kind of want to keep grabbing stuff out of the storage and everything like that. But also, the control tower is not even finished welding up either. So lots going on. We're in episode 13, and as you can see, we got a living quarters, a control tower, storage, and a power station, and now a ship. That's as far as we got, and I mean, it's still early stages to be honest, but we're getting there. We're just slowly getting there. All right, so in terms of a smaller tank, we're gonna use this. We could design it a little bit different, so we could back it up to here actually, to make it longer on the far end, and this can be sticking out a little bit more forward and not too equal. So we could do a conveyor junction here, I believe. That should work out okay on both sides, and then we'll stick the tank. And we'll leave the front thrust that's already there. Front and backward thrust right here. We'll just leave that alone. Not gonna touch that. Looks fine to where it is, but everything else needs to move a little bit. So I gotta figure out how to move it. And again, if I did have a whole base crane that can be as flexible to move everything, that would be great, but I don't. So we gotta figure out how to move everything eventually. Probably some pistons and things like that attached to the ship. That could work. Okay, so we could do a small hydrogen tank like this, and then we put another one towards the back. And in between it, the good news is that we could probably put a conveyor junction in between it as well. So we'll throw one here. Let's see which is the good direction to do this. Let's do it this way. All right, there we go. So that's what we need there. And we got to move this over one block this way and one block this way. So I see an opportunity to do that with merge blocks. We just got to do it with pistons and everything like that as well. Grab our merge blocks really quickly to see if we can do this. Probably throw one here and one over here. Yeah, that would work. But the only other issue, well, not really an issue, is that we need to move things around. if we can. Oop, that's not where we want it. It needs to be up close and personal. So this needs to go there. So one piston to go this way, one piston go this way. Where do we put the merge blocks? Merge here to here. So I guess it can be this way. One down here and one up here, right? That should be it. Yeah, that looks like the right spot. Okay, so then we need to find a way to push it forward to the right. So pushing it forward, probably do a piston off of this right here. So we could do that. I think that should work okay because it's lined up to where we need it to be. So yeah, let's just try it. Let's just do it right here as part of the grid. Well, we'll put it anywhere because it's part of the grid here as well, I think. And oof. How are we gonna push it forward? We might need to go a little bit back more, I think. Let's just go back this way and like that. Yep, that'll work. I think that'll work. Piston right over here, which we need to connect down here. We can. Oh, looks like we can't get that connected for some reason, but we can do it from here, which is fine. So unfortunately, that needs a merge block as well. But also need a left and right situation. So actually, you know what? We messed that up. We need a left and right situation so we can pretty much just build one from here, actually. So piston here. And then I guess we could go extend it forward and build a piston that way. So we don't have to do very, very much with that. And if we need to go a little bit closer, should be fine. So here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we could line it up to do this. Okay, so we could put a merge block right over here, and we put one block up and a merge block here. I think that is the best way we can do this to make this work. So then that way we don't have to rebuild everything, although we're still rebuilding certain parts. One like merge blocks and pistons would be easier to build than rebuilding the thruster components in the metal grids and everything like that too. So I guess there's some advantages there. And with the pistons, all I really need to do is just the pistons, not the piston heads, because they're not going to do anything. So let's just get these materials up and running for pistons. So as long as we get this connected, then we can get that connected, which is going to be no problem. Let's just do shear inertia for this one and this one. So we are going to be, what, about 2 blocks forward. So that is equivalent to how much meters? I think it was 3 meters per block, right? I think it was. No. I don't think that makes sense, did it? Let's just do 3 for now. How far is 3? 3 is roughly a block. So that was close. In this case, we need to get up to here, so we just need, it looks like we need another 2 or so. Maybe 3.5, 2.5, was it? I don't remember. Let's just say 5. Yeah, that looks about right. 2.5 meters per block. 1, and we're 1, 2, 3 from here, so 3 times 2.5, I guess, in this case also. Although once we just extend it, it's just gonna hit the merge block and merge anyways. But so is it 7.5 in this case? Should be that far, right? Should it? Could it? It might actually be it. And there we go. I mean, 7.4. Okay, so it's really, really close. Alright, so this should be all attached, I hope, so that this doesn't come up fall apart here. That means I could take care of this here. And we gotta go up forward 3 and then back 1 or 2. So we need to go forward 3. So that's basically full extension, right? Problem here, I think this is stuck as a station potentially. Shouldn't be though. It should allow me to bring it back and forth, right? Unless it's stuck right there, which could be the problem potentially. So we increase the max access points. Yeah, we're kind of stuck here, so I'm not sure exactly why, and I think I just broke the piston head there. Not good. Although in this case we can do this and get rid of this, and then that might be stuck now. So let's increase this by 5.5. That works? Nope, it's not working because it really is seemingly, it's like acting as, I don't know what, to be honest. Interesting. Yeah, it's just like stuck, which is a problem. Let me get rid of this. See what happens. Nope, ain't doing anything. Alright, that's not good. Can I just put a helm on here just to see what's going on? Okay, so yeah, it was stuck as a station, so that's why I did that. But we are okay now. That's gonna go back. That's fine. We're gonna have to build back the merge block here. So we gotta do full extension. Reverse again. And then we gotta reverse this thing back. Back how far? We are looking at a 1 block difference, so that's probably 3 in this case. So -3 for this would be 3. 2.5. So let's do the minimum 2.5 and reverse it. And that does not want to reverse. Okay. Why? Why can't you reverse now? Did I reverse it? Yes, I did. Okay. That may have worked it out a little bit. It did increase the torque strength on it. And it's trying its very best to get in there. Let's see what happens. It might explode. It might not. I don't know. It's about to merge. And we're good. That was a bit dicey, but it worked out. Alright. So now we can get rid of the merge blocks, I believe. Yep, they're connected. Slightly dicey there. Very, very close for it to... Looks like it was just about to explode. And just pop open. With the increased torque on the pistons. But luckily nothing happened. So we are in good shape here. Alright, so that beats me having to re-weld up all the thrusters and everything like that. So that's a good thing. So now that's attached where I kind of want it. Although I could probably bring it up forward 1. Which may or may not look a little bit better, actually. So that's the problem now. If we bring up one, at least it would match with that. But now it's offset a bit, which is fine too. It's not the worst thing in the world. And it looks like we just add another thing here. That should do okay. Which I'm inclined to do it. So let's just put that there. And then same with here. Do the same thing. Yep. Just add that extra design to it. Looks alright. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll do it on both sides. Looks like we need that. So here and here. Now we need to push this one close to and merge it. Which should have left the other. Actually, no, we couldn't leave that one anyway. So we got to figure out how to do this. We are all connected to one grid, so technically I didn't have to start there. I could have started anywhere around the back or whatever the case is. So there's opportunities here. So we need to bring this thing. We can't. Ooh, because it's probably connected to this hydrogen tank already. Unless we get rid of this conveyor junction, then that can work. Because that's connected already. I mean, more or less, is it really much more work for me to just redo it? Probably not. Let's see. So, I don't know how long it took me to do that. Let's just say at the time of recording, 22 minutes or so. I mean, probably took me 10 minutes to do. Well, I would say less than 10 minutes to do that. But let's see how long it's going to take me to redo this part. So basically, we're just moving this over to here. So that's like saying grab this conveyor junction and throw it here, and then another one here. Although, do we need this many thrusters? Probably not. But we're just gonna replace it anyways. Oh wait, we can't do that. We're going a little too ahead of ourselves here, because we actually wanted to do another piece here. So I think we don't. Yeah, I think we have to do it this way anyway. We have to rebuild it. We'll put one there. Ooh, that's on the tailwind side. I was hoping we could do upward thrust right over here, but it looks like that's not gonna be possible. No, we don't need it. We don't need it. Get rid of that. And the only reason why I say we don't need it is because we have another conveyor right here to do upward thrust or downward thrust and everything like that. We don't need that much thrusters either, so we technically don't need. How many we have? What, 2 on each side or 4? No, we have 6 going upward. So we don't need all that, I don't think, because we're a fairly small ship. So yeah, we're gonna throw in this hydrogen here, and same with this one. So we're not gonna put a break in between it with what's it call it anymore. I don't think it's necessary anyway. So we'll just do 4 small hydrogen tanks total, and I think that should be fine. All right, there we go. We got the extra 2 small hydrogens, so total 4. And I think more than likely we just need 2 hydrogen thrusters on each side. I mean, we could keep the 6 on each side. It's not that big of a deal. It was even 6. No, it's 4 this way. Up and down, it was 6. Left and right was just 3. So there's also that. Interesting. Not sure how I got the notion of doing 6 for up and down when we only got 3 on each side. Yeah, we definitely don't need that many. All right, that's fine. Okay, now we just got to move everything. So we do need a conveyor junction. So if we want to keep this design, we have to put multiple. So double it up. We want to go that route? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how this is going to work. If we go the route of what we have there, that means we got to do 1, 2 like this, which would make it a little bit longer. That should work okay. Yeah, I think we should keep that design. Yeah, let's do that. And the good news is that since we're removing it from the ship, then it makes it a little bit easier too. So like I could throw in the hydrogen thruster here, get rid of this, like, and just put the weld on it. Basically, we need to do it that way. That doesn't make sense that we don't have enough construction components now for it. That's a bit odd. um, it's not a one-to-one because why? Is it because we get inventory full? We didn't do inventory full though. Kind of made sure of that. That's interesting. All right, so we got that. So we need 2 more thrusters here. So we grab from there once again. We just do 1, and it should be equal parts here. It works out totally right. Yep, 1-to-1. Great, which is good. All right. Looks like we're about to lose our hydrogen and power as always. Well, power, yeah. Not a big fan of the loss of power, but it is what it is for the time being. Looks like we're just gonna have to settle down really quickly, get some of this micro stuff done. Okay, so we got that done. And then, of course, we have all these pieces as well to be added. Just more or less just do a place and everything like that. Nothing too crazy when it comes to it. Could keep the design. We could change it up. I don't know. I don't want to keep the design of it. It looks pretty cool. Kind of makes, well, it's rounded pieces, but it looks kind of like boxing it up a little too. Okay, that's what it's gonna look like eventually. But we're gonna get rid of these, and then we got to work on the rest of the thrusters here. So we zip right past that situation. Alright, so that is what it's going to look like on this end here. And obviously we need to kind of cover this up as well. um but yeah, I guess we're gonna stick with the 3 up and down on each side. Again, not a lot of side thrusting here, but we could add another one here if we need to. Right now we don't need to, so I'm gonna skip that for now. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I mean, we could just continue the lines of this throughout if we need to, or we don't. I mean, we could just do some other design with it. Then we also need to work on the opposite side as well. So a bit to do here. I mean, we could do this as a different design look, and then we do half blocks just to protect the hydrogen tank just a tad. It'll be like that. And from the top here, we gotta situate it as well, which I guess more or less we could do the same. Technically, would it be terrible to do the same? Probably not, but it could work out okay. That's not too bad. Although having exposed looks a little bit better, to be honest. um, that's fine. We'll keep it for now. The only other problem is the inner ones we can't really change up too much because there's a thruster over there going forward, which will burn out these light armor blocks with no problem. Yeah. So this kind of exposes this part, which looks a little bit odd, which is fine. I mean, looks like a dog bone or bone. Leaving it exposed probably looks a little better, or making it look equal in shape here would probably do it better justice here in terms of look. Yeah, I think that's probably the route we gotta take. So like a full block here, like so, and then up here would just be the same thing as the rest. And it's just, I mean, it's basically a curved brick in a way. But I don't know. It doesn't really make it look any better though. So, a little tricky situation. I mean, we keep that in the bottom like that, and we're just gonna weld up from here. Maybe that will work. Okay. That now looks like I mean, once again, it's basically a curved out, rounded brick by doing that. Yeah, this ship is not turning out too good looking compared to what I was actually thinking. But I mean, I'm okay with leaving it that way just to make sure it flies. More or less, it's not a good looking ship, but it's gonna be an operational ship, which is very important, anyways. Um, and like I said before, this is more of a scout ship than anything else. Although we can evolve it to what we need it to be eventually, so that's another thing. So I don't know. We'll keep it as that. We'll change it up when we need to change it up to make it look a little bit better. For now, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I could probably just keep it exposed too. That also makes it look pretty decent. Not the best build in the world, but it happens. I tend to organically update it where necessary and to make it look a little bit better. My brain works a little different from others where, they can use their creativity to think about it, imagine it, and then build it. For me, it's a little more of like, just build it, go with it, and update as we go. Because I don't really picture exactly what I want to do. Although I should. Maybe draw it out or so. But yeah, I don't like doing that. I like to just go with the flow. Just go, build it, see what it looks like, and then adjust where we need to adjust. Alright, so I think that's gonna do it for the build. It looks like we got little pom-poms, basically, running around on these ships here. Which, I mean, more or less, not the biggest problem or deal in the world. This whole wing piece could probably go, or keep it, doesn't even matter. And it's more or less, color scheme. It's another issue. This block here looks a little bit off. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, not the best looking ship, but it will have to do for now. So, obviously, we need to put this all together so we can start stockpiling some kind of fuel in here. For now. I guess that's the best way to fuel this thing up. Feel like we also need to get some more power in the ship as well. So we should have did a recharge of one of the batteries, maybe. Or not. I don't know. We might not be able to get a lot of hydrogen in here for now. We probably have to travel to the ice base to get the refueling done. I think that shouldn't be a problem at all. At least I hope not. So we could get some more distance. I mean, we could probably travel quite far with what we got right now. But we don't know for sure exactly how far we can go and last in terms of the hydrogen. Since we moved it to 4 small hydrogen tanks instead of 2 large, which is a significant cut in terms of hydrogen. Alright, we're going to put that in there. Hydrogen's good. If I stockpile it, that'd be great. For now, we'll leave it alone. Ship it. I mean, it's looking decent. It could be. It could be worse. It's not that bad. It's not that great either. But yeah, we'll we'll use it as a starting ship to look around for materials and things like that. And I don't know. We could eventually change it up to something else. Let's see. Trying to do something different and use these rounded blocks instead, which was looking like a terrible, terrible idea. Okay, let's get this thing refueled or fueled up. I don't know why I keep saying refueled when it's never been fueled up. All right, first things first. Let's cut this right here. Oh, was not expecting that to kind of come off, but it did. Makes sense that it did, though. I recut it from the living quarters, so it's free floating off of the connection point here, which is fine. We just need to add back a panel right here. And that's all set. There we go. Okay, so once we come off of this thing, then it's gonna free fly with the hydrogen. Once with this done now, does this work correctly? No, it doesn't look like it's working correctly. So that's a bummer. We are definitely not airtight. Stinks. So this is the, let's just say ship version or ship. Depressurize on. We can't do depressurize on because we don't have an oxygen tank. So either way, this is probably not gonna work out, even if it's airtight or not. Sucks that it's not though. But not a big deal. All right, so now we should look at our tanks. So these are the tanks here. We'll just do ship here. Just do the same for each one of these. Right, we're gonna stockpile and get a little bit of hydrogen. Looks like we are healing up now. Got 15, 16%. Although we probably can't get too much. It's very likely we can't get much at all because all our hydrogen's sitting in here, which looks like it's pretty much all gone already. So there's that. So we definitely need to find a way to fly over to the other base really quickly in order to get this working. So let's see here. Gotta grab some parts for a connector. I mean, we get more parts from the other base anyways, but we should be okay. Okay, so that's stockpiled on. So where's my ship tanks? Right here. We're gonna do stockpile on off here. So we get 17% only left out of it. So that's great. That's not much at all. Our connector is this one. So we're gonna say ship as well, and we can lower the strength. We don't need it to be strength at all. And the ship connector is right here. So we'll do switch lock here. 17% should be able to get us to our ice base, and then hopefully we can have it floating just a tiny bit as we build a connector. All right, so we're gonna unlock ourselves. Whoop. And that is why we weren't airtight. Because it wasn't even connected. Right, that either flying in space or it's gonna come back down. If it's coming back down, may wanna move over a little bit. It's coming back down. All right, I may need to go and salvage it potentially. Ooh, let's see what it's gonna do. Ouch! I didn't move my ship enough at to get it out of the way. That was smart. All right, whatever. Luckily, it didn't break anything. So, okay, now I guess we can throw in the panels up top. And it should situate on top of it, connecting to this panel here. So that means for the Windows section, we should be able to put it here as well. And that should work out. Let me throw in some mats here and try to grind down the windows. That was hilarious. Luckily, nothing broke. We do have these little bits here. Beyond like tubes. Should have 4 of these laying around. But I only see that many. Not much at all. I was hoping that actually worked and stuck on here. It didn't. So there's no point of pasting that back on. But we'll put these right here. And did we lose parts? I think we did by letting it drop. I'm hoping we're not going to lose too much power or hydrogen just letting it float like this, but we'll see what that's going to look like. All right, so that's all closed up here. Hopefully this time nothing's going to fly off. We're now airtight. Perfect. But we don't have an O2H2 system as well, so that's not the greatest thing in the world. And of course we gotta do what we always do and basically grab all our hydrogen thrusters right here. Except for our backwards. We'll cancel out backwards ones. There. This is our ship gas. And the only reason why I'm calling it ship is because I don't have a name for the ship. And this is the brakes. And ship brakes. Shit brakes. Not sounding like shit bricks in this case, but no. All right. Groupings. We'll take our brakes here on off, and then gas here on off. So basically, when we're flying forward, we're not going to be able to get slowed down by our backwards thrusters. That's exactly what we want. Okay, perfect. All right, let's just see if we can refuel back at the ice base. Oop, that slowed us down really fast. Wow. Good thing. All right, so we are here. And we could do a connection point like this. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Oop. Oh no, we're on depressurized anyways, because we're not on oxygen tank. We should put an oxygen tank though. Okay, where am I gonna put a connector? Where's my connector to begin with? Right here. We'll put the connector here. And how do we have to situate it like that? Okay, we have it situated this way. So we will do that. Awesome. And you want to be careful with this. Let's just fill out the strength there. Okay, so we are 2 blocks away from that connection point. But then again, we don't necessarily need to do it all in first person view. Right. The motion is a bit rough here. Alright. We are connected. We didn't break anything. We can then now hop in and steal all the gas out of this hydrogen. We can't really do hydrogen tanks here, can we? No, we can't even build in here. That's the problem. We have the batteries. The connector, technically, we could put a hot oxygen tank right here if we wanted to. I don't think we need to. I mean, more or less, we just need to get ice and put in the O2H2 system. And that'll give us the oxygen that we need. All right. I think we just took out all the specific ice out of this entire base, ice base, and then we gotta figure out a new way to get all the ice down there. This is pretty deep, so yeah, we definitely need to get more ice. That's a #1 priority fairly soon, and we need to color this ship because this is looking crazy with just the way it's looking. So as you see here as well, we have magnesium, silicon, things like that. So it looks like ice could be even a little bit closer right around here. So that's another piece, but not worried about that just now. Let me just fly up a little bit. And what do we see? Right. So good news about this ship is that we do have enough thrust for any point in time or any angle. Probably just gonna get out of the atmosphere relatively soon. All right, so we're not too close to the ice cap or the poles, but right there it is. Right in front, that's the poles, so it's easy to get ice that way, right? So even if we were to fly that way, or at least, oh, wow, I think we definitely have way too much thrusters on here. Because that boosted up really quick to 100 meters per second. But yeah, it's a small ship, but we have a ton of thrusters on it. But here's our poles, and we are about 2-3 kilometers away from, I would say 2 kilometers away from it, which isn't too bad. So if we put drills here and more storage, we can easy come back with more ice. So this is ice looking like that. Ton and tons of ice. All right, so this is not exactly looking like snowish thing, but it's actually ice here, just sitting. So there's a good source of ice, but I mean, it's not like I'm gonna to drill out this whole entire area, am I? I mean, we technically could, but highly doubt that's the route we're gonna take to get hydrogen. I mean, definitely a possibility, but we could easily add in a little bit of ice. So like right here, I could do a nice little right click in a hole, and then just start drilling right over here for some ice. Let it just kind of roll into that hole if it's possible. But even if we put in a drill or two, yeah, that's gonna fit in there. A drill or two in here, we should be okay, I think. And then we could just gather ice and everything with the drill. So this thing can turn into a drill system where we could probably put it on the sides here, one here, right next to the connector, if anything. So if we need to get ice, this is probably where we're gonna get it. We're likely not going to go the route of building an ice drilling station here. I mean, we could just go. Actually, we could. It's gonna grab a lot of stone as well, though. But I would think right here is a decent spot for a drill station because this might go in pretty deep with the ice. I mean, we could double check to see what that looks like really quick. Drill straight down and see how far the ice goes. If it goes down pretty deep, we should put a station here for sure. All right, we're pretty deep in here. Okay, yes. We should be moving. We should definitely be moving that station that we have there and put it there. So, that looks like a new plan eventually. So, where is that? Right here. So, this is the ice, more or less an ice lake looking like thing. So, we're gonna do GPS. Let's just say ice lake for now. It's not. Definitely not an ice lake, but it mimics it and it's pretty deep, it looks like. And it's good enough for what I needed to do. So we will definitely move that drilling station over here. I wonder if I can move it with this ship. And I latch onto it and just toss it over here? Potentially? I mean, we may need more thrust, downward thrust, which we could potentially add more. So we should be decent like that. Yeah. How much ice do we have? We have 9k of ice from this quick little run. So this is actually perfect for that. But let's head back home. Well, not really head back home, but we're gonna get a little bit on the lower end. Ooh, crash now. The not beacon, the ore detector definitely needs a bit of a boost here. 150 meters on a large one. That's it. I thought it was a lot more than that. Oh, there's gold, iron, and ice, which is really deep down there. So your gold is going to be right over here, right? Let's just get a little bit closer. Usually gold is next to silver, but in this case it's not for some reason. Oh, trying to get close. Yep, looks like right around here is the gold. Oop, oop, oop. Don't want to break now. Just put some GPS pointers here. Do we need any gold for now? I don't think we need it, but should just get it, I think. So it should be straight down from where we are. Right over here, I think. I mean, there's iron here, but... Ooh, I might touch on iron here by going straight down like this. So I might have to maneuver a little bit outside of it or away from it. But I hope the gold is down here. I should put an antenna on the ship so I can broadcast a little bit better when I'm not in it. Be able to see it or see the gold. Just going straight down like this. We're gonna run into the iron, and I don't want to right click fuel off iron. That would be a waste of iron. I don't think we are. We're 11 away, so it's fine. All right, we're fine. Oh, no, we're not fine. We just drilled a little bit off the iron. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Shoot. Yeah, that is definitely not what I wanted. Okay, so gold is definitely in there. I'm gonna get to it. I don't know. I'm gonna do right here. See if we drill down and get some gold. If this is the right route. Looks like we're gonna run into a bunch of iron, which is bad because again, I don't want to drill down through the iron. But it looks like we might have to get the gold unless we go further away. Yikes. There's a lot of iron here, which is good too, but I'm looking for the gold, not iron at this point. Alright, we're slightly off the iron and drilling a little bit of it off. I mean, that's okay. It's not too significant loss. And there we go. We see our gold is 60 meters away from where we are now. That's insane. It is super deep into this moon here. But I think more or less we need silver as well. Platinum, I forget. Is that asteroid only? Or is it possible on the moon? I think it was possible on the moon. I could be wrong, but... yeah, we're going deep down into this here. I just want to get a few bits of gold to refine. I think gold makes medical bays, I want to say, so charge faster. Because I hate charging with the survival kit. That takes way too long. Okay, so gold looking to be towards this side of things. Yep, 12, 11. It just shifted a little bit. Oh, there's the gold. Here we go. We're going to collect a bit of sample of gold so we can bring back home. I know we're collecting a little bit of stone at the same time, which is fine. We'll just find a way to dump it if we need to. We can just make a hole here really quick. Okay. There is a lot of gold here, it looks like. We picked up very little gold, it looks like. Some more stone than gold. Get the stone here.
Inventory full.
And throw it out. Okay. Our gold right here. Alright, so I just drilled it instead of picking any of it up. So I can just spot pick up the gold. But it looks like there's some stone as well.
Inventory full.
Fine. And we'll just throw this here. Okay, we got about a K of gold, which is great. Yeah, K of gold is more than enough. For now, should be fine. Wow, we're about a kilometer away from the surface. That is a bit far down. Yes. Okay. All right. We still have a lot of power left on the hydrogen, so that's good. Let's start heading back to base. and see what we can detect along the way as long as we go fairly low. If we slowly glide, let's glide about 12. Ooh, hit the ground. That's not good. Are we on fire? We are on fire. Great. And it's a hydrogen tank that's on fire. So that is even worse because then we're losing hydrogen at the same time. So I hope we have enough parts to fix this thing. Might not have. May need to head back home and fix this. Yep, that's not good. All right, we're gonna have to head back home really fast here. Out. Whoops. All right, we gotta fix this quick so we don't lose too much of the hydrogen, which is gonna be really bad. There we go. Okay, lost some. We didn't lose it all. It's terrible. We did lose it all. But yeah, keep crashing the ground a little too hard for whatever reason. So we gotta be careful of that. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's go ahead and grab the ship. Wow, we lost like 4, I guess. We can go this way or that way. Let's go. Well, we've been going this way already. Let's go the opposite. So, gotta be careful here. We don't have to get that low. Go forward a little bit, ever so slightly. Let's just go, let's say about 15. That's fine. Gotta be pay attention to. Oh, there is platinum. We're right next to platinum. That is insane. We were this close to platinum the whole time. So we got platinum right around. I keep landing this thing so hard for no reason. So we get the platinum here. I'm pretty sure we're gonna break something sooner or later on this ship. All right, so that's that. Go forward a little bit more. We need silver. Silver is what we're missing, and of course, um, maybe some uranium as well. Here's some gold right over here, which is great, and silver. All right, we got the mother lode right over here. Gold and silver is pretty far down. Silver is pretty far down. I'm just gonna GPS point here. Gold and silver. And that's perfect. We found resources. We found silver, found gold. I almost crashed into that little bit of a mountain thing here, but they're about a K, about a K. I wouldn't say a K, but close to a K away on the ground down here, which is interesting. Actually, this is spotted ore spot right here. Spotted ore spot. You see the on the ground here, so that's on the ground is like these little markings. So that's interesting. So this one is about 42 away for gold. Fine. I rather collect the silver instead. So wherever that is, right here, we got, let's see, 50s. The lowest point would be right around here. Kind of get that. Um, this is gonna be a pain to get through, kind of diagonally, I guess. That's what we're doing here. I mean, it's quicker than going down, I think. Like, but we're getting there. Let's just get a few samples of silver and then bring everything back home, get refined, and then we should be able to progress ourselves a little bit here. I think one thing I want to progress with is going to be a medical bay. Definitely need that, right? So it looks like I'm moving a little bit away from the silver. It looks like. So I'm just gonna drill straight down. We'll find it as we go down. We might even hit the gold first. Looks like. Oh, no. Silver's coming right above. Or I'm right above it. Right there. There's your silver. Perfect. Alright, resources is doing good. Once we get all these resources and mine it, I mean, more or less the only thing we really need now is going to be ice as our power and everything like that. And we should be able to get everything we need to get done with the base eventually. I mean, we got to collect a lot, obviously, but
Inventory full.
I mean, it's going to get there, which is good. Ooh. All right, this is not too far down. It's just a little zigzag like that. um, yeah, I mean, we get all the resources. I mean, it's pretty much end game, which end game is just building, 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 building without any issues. Right. Platinum is the other issue, but I think we gotta go asteroid hunting for that. So we could asteroid hunt for that instead of getting ice. So that's another thing. If we could easily move the ice space to where we need it to be, then even better. All right, so we have gold here, platinum, everything's here. So everything is actually nearby us, which is awesome. You don't have to worry too much about that. All right, let me see. I'm just gonna check on the right hand side. Is there anything here? Nickel, more platinum. So that's good. I mean, if you see uranium, I would take that. That would be nice too. All right, I'm gonna go for the unknown signal since we haven't taken one of those in a while. There's ice underneath us as well. Okay, that's looking decent in terms of resources actually. So we don't actually have to go too far. There's a lot of platinum just laying around here. That's just insane. Cobalt, iron, nickel, everything's next to us. So that's good. Gold and silver, more gold and silver right here. This is insane. Everything was right next to us this whole time. We could have definitely just rolled in with a rover instead. Instead of making this big old ship just to identify resources that were like probably maybe 2 to 3 kilometers away. What's going on here? It's looking like a piece missing. Here is oh wow. This thing got destroyed. And I flip this thing over. Actually, you know what? I could just do this. Nope, that's not what I wanted, but okay. What I really wanted to do was flip it, not flip it over, but get underneath it so I can press the button. Looks like that's not going to be the plan now. There you go. I guess that worked. Rainbow drill, useless. Okay. Got some creds. Gyroscopes is the best match here anyways. So it's fine. There's 3 of them, so that worked out. Steel plates here, solo, single plates. Steel plates, that's more or less useless to us. Not really, but yeah. Alright, so we are looking good here. Now, we do have the opportunity to go to a beacon as well, but I think we can reserve that for another time. Let's head back. Yeah, there's still a lot of ice deposits here, so we technically don't even need to go too far, but yeah, right. Alright, we're gonna head back. Don't think we have any more ice left. No, we don't. We used it all up already. Yeah, we were roughly, yeah, half a kilometer away actually. And this is gold and silver. Our platinum's right over there too. So everything is just nearby. We could have definitely just used a rover and be able to find all that. But it would have been a large grid rover anyways though, because we needed the large grid ore detector. So there's that. Alright, so we're gonna park this thing back to where it was, which is not the best parking place for it. But at least we got the resources. So once we get all the resources, then it's just more about collecting it as much as we can. And then we would be going out there and Yeah, we'll be collecting all the resources that we can from like gold, silver. We don't need too much of it, obviously. So we're gonna grab all that, and then we could definitely move on with just building stuff, and then not have to worry about resources and everything like that. All right, so the ship here, did it empty itself out? No, it didn't empty itself out. So we're gonna throw in everything we can back in right there, and we could turn off the thrusters. We don't need it on, so we're gonna just do that. Let's just get in there, turn that off. We gotta remember to turn it on, obviously, before we fall down again. Um, yeah, so we definitely need more ice just to fly this thing too, because it's based on hydrogen and ice. So we should be able to finish up everything else next time around, and do some designing and everything. But let's see if I have enough to find gold. Looks like that's all the gold. And let's go medical room, which is this one or this one. Either one works. I think it's about the same, right? Yeah, it looks about the same. We do need to make a medical room type of place as well, but we don't have one at the moment. So where am I gonna put it? Uh, nowhere. Well, we could definitely put it mm, somewhere around here, I guess. I don't know. Or here. I think here for now. So whether we use the regular medical room, I think this one has a port in the bottom, so that's perfect. So it'll be like that. And that's just temporary. Or we go medical corner, which doesn't have a port there, but it has the ports there. So either go like this too. So either one works fine. I mean, this is a little too big for what I needed to do, but I'm just gonna put it here. And then for medical components, where are you? Right here. You need silver. Okay. So we just need to refine the silver. Just doing that. And we need 15 of these. How many of these can we produce? I don't know for sure. And our assembler is full with iron and nickel. Fine. Okay, so we reset that, and it should be able to build. I don't know. We have enough for 15. I hope so. If we do, awesome. If we don't, that's just unfortunate. Got 7 so far. Looks like. They've got 12. And all 15. All right, perfect. I think we just got just enough for it. So now we got a nice little medical room thingy. Awesome. So we can just get on here and sit in there. Just to look at our character, if anything. And at the same time, you just refill up really quickly, which is awesome. Actually, you know what? It would be nice. Can we just have this half? I don't really need all this. Can we just get one block for a medical room? I mean, or maybe even yeah, one block and just L shape this. Really don't need all this craziness here. But then again, the medical room is does the character things here too. So I guess we could leave it as that. I guess that makes sense as well. But right, got a medical room, which is wasn't the end goal here. The end goal was really to fuel up the plane or ship or whatever we want to call this thing. And we were able to get the ore detection and locate the resources we need. Now we could potentially just change this whole thing into a drilling machine. Although there's not a lot of storage in here, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think more or less we would probably do drilling bases or something like that. But getting gold and silver is really deep, so I don't know how good that's gonna work. And we gotta drill through stone and everything like that too. But here, let's see how this is gonna work. Technically, if we get rid of the drill system, we shouldn't be too heavy. So if we do want to put this on a pole, we could. Yeah, we definitely could do that. Yeah, we take off this whole bottom piece, and it should be floating. And our ship may or may not be able to grab it. Probably can because it doesn't have too much materials in here. So cargo wise, this is it. This is all the cargo we have in here. So that's not too bad. Or two small cargo containers, looks like here. So I think we might be able to move this and put this in the pole. So it's easier to grab ice than from on the ground. So on the ground, the ice is very limited. So I'd rather just throw it in the poles and then we can collect as much ice as possible there. And then we need to transport hydrogen and everything like that. We'll transport hydrogen. Not a big deal. We could make a hydrogen fueling ship and just move it all back to the base. But now we're not too concerned about resources, except for collecting it. We could go back with just designing, and we can spend more time color scheming things as well. So our our pride and joy now is the power station. But it really should be this control tower. So this control tower should be able to control a lot more things too. Because we're gonna end up making drones eventually to automate some stuff and control some stuff as well. Without me actually being there. But hope you guys enjoy the completion and feeling of the ship and finding resources, of course. So again, everything's nearby, and of course everything was just found nearby, which is like right here, 300 and 500 away, which is not bad. The gold that we dug up before was about 2 kilometers away, 3 kilometers away, but everything was nearby, so kind of lucked out here. So that's a good thing. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment down below, even to say hi. So with that said, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.